A couple of weeks ago, I had a moment that took me back to the first feeling when I first fell in love with Jesus for the first time. That time when you entered into a relationship with Jesus and you just felt the wave of love come over you, the wave of emotion. Um, if you know, you know. But over time, as we let life continue and we journey forward, it's easy to forget that feeling, and that feeling isn't as quite as constant, and it's really rare. Um, and a lot of people are still looking to rediscover and refeel and re-experience that. But I was so blessed to have one of those moments again. I'm taking a prayer class right now, and it's all about listening to the voice of God and hearing God and actually seeking God in a holy, pure form. Mind you, we're sinful, we are imperfect beings, but God loves to interact with us. And we were in a circle, me and two other people, and the exercise was to hear what the person was going through, hear what they had to say, and then we would respond at a time of prayer. And I've shared this with many people because I'm just so uh, honored to have that moment and just so overwhelmed with like, whoa, like I've rediscovered that joy again. And I find myself praying more often. Anyway, we were in a circle, and this person was expressing to me that just trying to figure out where to go to college and feeling really lonely. And after they expressed that, we take a few moments and just sit in silence together. And as we were sitting in silence, seeking God, asking Him in our mind and our heart, Lord, give me something to pray for this person. And the Lord gave me a picture of a map and elevated and highlighted a state on this map. And mind you, this never happens for me ever. I'm a very linear person. I teach the Bible very black and white, just very, you know, yeah, black and white, I guess. And I began to pray out loud, and I said, Lord, thank you for this picture that you gave me of a map. And Lord, there is a place outside of where we currently are that's not this person's home. And she is looking for a place to call home. And I'm not sure what this map is for, but God, she's looking. Maybe she needs to go to college in a different state. She doesn't feel home here. And at the end of the prayer, like she looked up at me, and I just asked, like, "Hey, did anything come up for you?" And she said, "Dude, I'm going to a different state tomorrow to see family." And in that moment, I just felt really blessed that I took a leap of faith on something I believe the Lord gave me and used it to speak into this person's life through prayer. And it was just a beautiful but small blessing, a small act of obedience. And I know it's not some, great, breakthrough thing, but it really revived my heart and revived my joy in the Lord, that He does speak. He does give us images. He gives us promptings and verses and words and whatnot for people. But it really begins with an act of obedience. It first begins with obedience. We have to listen in prayer before we respond. And it really just takes us listening. And then second, this is the most important, is acting in obedience. Sometimes we may be wrong. But a mentor of mine says, even if our prophetic prayers are wrong, God is so good to cover our mistakes and misspeaks, if you will. And so I want to encourage you, like, seek the Lord diligently. be patient, listen to him. And when he gives you a picture or an image for somebody or for yourself, trust it. And if you're faithful in the small things, in the small meanings of prayer for people, I do think he'll reward you for more. And I'm on that journey, and it's incredible. I've been walking with the Lord for well over a decade, and to have him speak to me in prayer like that is just incredible. Really just incredible. And I believe the Lord has something for you as you seek him. And make sure you follow up with obedience, because that is where the beauty is found.